Welcome everybody to a new 30-minute full body workout. I appreciate y'all being here today. Today's gonna be a great workout. I can't see anybody for these workouts, so relax, feel good, and make sure you put yourself in a comfortable environment so that you want to continue to keep coming back to these workouts. You can do all these exercises with no equipment at all. You're working with the trainer for free, right? So let's take advantage of it. Each exercise that we do is going to be 40 seconds to a minute with a 20 to 30-second rest period in between. But you can go longer and stop sooner at any point because I can't see you, right? So put yourself in one of the difficulty levels. You're either going to be trainer pace, which is just doing the class and copying me with everything. So that means no matter what, and that includes rest, no questions asked. Then we got faster than trainer pace, and these are people who may not want to rest as long, or they want to go longer with the particular exercise. So that's faster than trainer pace, and then slower than trainer pace means you can't really do exactly everything that I'm doing, but you're giving it your best shot, and you're trying to improve your range of motion. You're trying to get better. You're trying to be fit and trying to work out, right? So let's get started. So we're gonna do a little circuit style to warm up. So let's go high knees here. Let's alternate. So we're gonna alternate high knees. We're just gonna drive our knees up as high as you can, right? And you're observing being good at standing on one leg when you're doing this, right? So 20 seconds. So standing on one leg is really healthy for us. So by just observing and practicing, like driving the knee up and then standing on that one leg, very effective. And stop. So now we're going to go butt kicks. So you're going to alternate doing this. So we can begin right now. So this is knee dominant, and this is our hamstrings, right? You should be feeling this in the back of your legs, trying to get your calves to touch the back of your legs. 30 seconds. $20 seconds. And honestly, what would be really great with these exercises is ankle weights. So if you do have any ankle weights at home, then I would definitely use them. If you don't have them, though, this is effective. Like, I'm getting tired. And stop. Good job. Now we're going to do hip rotation. So we're going to be practicing standing on one leg. You're trying to twist as much as you can. As much as you can, right? So let's begin. Big of a twist, right? Looking over the shoulder even, right? The leg is planted, but our eyes and our whole body is trying to rotate back. All right, let's switch sides. Let's switch sides. It's about 10 seconds. And stop. Relax. Shake it out. Yeah, some water here. So now we're resting. All right, we're going to get back to the beginning. We're going to do a little bit shorter of a rest period for this because these weren't super high intensity. This is more of a volume game. Ready and begin. So just get right into it. But like doing this type of a movement is very effective. It doesn't always have to be high intensity. You don't always have to have a high intensity workout. By just consciously doing these movements, we're working on parts of our body, which is very different from you just not paying attention or just sitting around or just going about your day. These conscious movements is much different and separate from just sitting and doing nothing, right? So another 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. All right, now we're going to get our butt kicks in 5 seconds. And let's go butt kicks. So 30 seconds. $20 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. All right, now we're back to the hip rotations. Ready? And begin. If you're doing the hip rotations on a mat that's wobbly, it's going to be a bit harder because it's not stable, right? But it's making you work harder on your stability. Switch. See, my hip joint is tired though. I feel the work. I feel the work. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. Shake it out. That's good. That's good. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to go last round of this circuit. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, begin. $30 seconds. $20 seconds. Really drive those knees. My hips are getting tired. My hip flexors are getting tired. Go another 10 seconds. Let's push. Come on. Another 10 seconds. With no equipment at home, right? It's good that this is a little bit higher intensity. And stop. Already against these butt kicks. So while you don't need to go high intensity all the time, at the same time, all right, let's go butt kicks. Ready and begin. At the same time, we are using no equipment and we're working out from home, right? We're on the go, which means that we have to be able to be aware and know how to raise the intensity levels, right? Because if you are someone who wants to make some serious progress and take it to the next level, you have to be able to know how to turn up the intensity with no equipment, right? So finishing stronger, because I am getting tired. And that's good because we do like high intensity. While you don't need high intensity all the time, you do need it if you want to take your results to like the next level, right? That dose of high intensity, very important for taking it to the next level. All right, and stop. All right, now we're going to go to those hip rotations. Last set of these. Ready? And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to do single leg glute bridges, right? So we're going to be down, right? And we're going to do a single leg glute bridge. So, right? We're going to go up. Now we're going to lift the leg up. So immediately this leg is being triggered and turned on because I lift this leg up. Now in order to support it up, this leg is turning on. So this is effective. Very effective for anyone at home working out. But now we're going to go up and down. So again,
Up, and let's actually fold our legs if it doesn't down, if we're down up, but just unfocus. Trying to go full hip extension, trying to get the hips all the way up. Trying to get a straight line off the top, right? We're using our hips to drive up and lock out. You want to focus on locking out at the top. If you lock out at the top, you should begin to feel your hips take over. Let's switch legs, right? Because a lot of times people feel this quads if they don't do this correctly. At the same time, we are using our quads to a degree to complete the motion. But this is a hip dominant movement, and you want to feel like your hips are generating the force here. Let's stop. So by getting your hips fully locked out at the top, at the peak, and your hips are as straight as my hips are right now, right? That's what you want. That's what you want. All right, 15 seconds. We're resting here. This is trainer pace. So in 10 seconds, we're going again. Trainer pace goes in 10 seconds. If you're faster than trainer pace, you could have already gone, right? But trainer pace goes in 3, 2, and 1. We get up, activate the leg. We're going up and down, 20 seconds each side. Ten seconds. Switch. Ten seconds. A little more than 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. We're taking a 30-second rest. Because while we're laying down on the ground doing this, when done correctly, this is a very effective exercise that you don't need any equipment for. Hip dominant movement, right? It is not easy to support yourself and lift your body up off of the ground, right, with one leg from the hip socket. All right, last set here. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. We're going to stand up. And now we're going to go alternating lunges. So we're going to stand up. Right? Alternating lunges. So we're stationary here. We're not moving. We could be in a very tight space, right? We're going to lunge forward and then pop back up. We're going to lunge forward and let's pop back up. So let's just continue, right? Having control, working on that impact, right? Working on that impact. So 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Relax, relax. Taking the full 30-second rest at trainer pace. See, I make it clear because I'm going to enjoy my 30-second rest. I'm not anxious about this. But if you're someone who can't handle this, you can just go. Right? Again, this is your workout. I am just guiding you. I'm creating this structure for you to be active, right? Because it's easier to do than you think. Ready? And begin. People create all of these mental barriers as to why they don't work out, right? They also may think they need to do, weights, and you don't have to do weights, and you don't have to go
anywhere in particular, right? 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Nice. Shake it out. I'm going to take the 30-second rest. Trainer pace is 30-second rest. The rest is key regardless. When you're doing these doses of energy movements, the rest is key, right? Because we're not working on continuous movements. We're working on spurts, which is different than going for a walk. Ready and begin. Which is different going from running or going for a walk. It's similar to running in spurts, right? But for like long distance running or walking, not exactly. It's different. So the rest is key because we're working on that stop, go type of fitness. So the rest is part of it. And being able to just turn it on and off is more of a skill than you think. And stop. Good job. Now we're going to do some shoulder work, right? If you have weights, you can use them, but you don't need the weights. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our W shoulder press, right? So by driving your elbows into your back in this angle, right, and really squeezing your back. So like it's like your elbows are coming in and back, right? That's a stretch. So this is something that you want to do no matter what. So you're trying to really load up this position, even get a little curve in the back, but then you're going to extend all the way and load it back. You're going to up, down, right? So we're going to do this for 40 straight seconds. And if you do this right and you do enough reps, your arms will get tired, and we're going to superset this. And we're going to do this 3 rounds. Ready and begin. Really emphasize that load at the bottom. The push up is really secondary. The most important thing you understand is that stretch and being able to engage in the back, squeezing the shoulders, good arch, good depth of external rotation, which means being able to pull our arms back. 10 seconds. You know, I'm tired. My arms are tired. Arms are tired. And stop. So we're going to superset this with lateral raises. So we're literally going to have our arms to the side. We're going to lift up and down. Let's just begin. So yeah, my arms are tired. My shoulders are getting tired. My shoulder joint, the deep sensation in my shoulders are getting tired. The joint is getting tired. The balls of my shoulders are getting tired. It's a different type of sensation than with heavy weight or with weights. But by doing this high volume, this really gets the joint very much so engaged. And stop. Whew. Burning. Like my shoulders are tired. I'm going to give it the full 30-second rest. If you're doing this exact combination with weights, you're fatigued, no doubt. No doubt, right? So in 10 seconds, if you're doing this body weight, go faster or harder or deeper or slower. So many ways for you to make this effective with no weight. Ready and begin. – 30 seconds. – 20 seconds. Yeah, my arms are fatigued from doing this. I want to stop. Another 10 seconds. and stop. Good job. All right, now we're going those lateral raises in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. And stop. Whew. Good job. Good job. We got one more set, right? We're taking the full 30 seconds at trainer pace. If you're faster than trainer pace, you're going to go whenever you want. If you're slower than trainer pace, you're going to take longer as needed. But in 10 seconds at trainer pace, we're going to go again. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. "20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. All right, last set of these lateral raises. Going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. "30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to go 40 seconds of just squats. We're just going to go body squats, 40 seconds, right? Squats are very important. One of the most important exercises you can do, one of the most functional exercises you can do. So they're important. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Squatting down and up, 40 seconds, down and up, trying to go as low as you can go. Get into your ideal squat stance. Start squatting down. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. If you can't get as low as me, that's okay. You're working on trying to get as low as you can. You can, right? Don't fall into the belief that this is unhealthy for you. It's not. It is healthy for you. It is healthy for you. So don't listen to that narrative. Okay, almost there. And stop. Good job. Good job. Taking that full rest. Taking that full rest. 20 seconds, we're going to go again. God, 10 seconds. Ready. And begin. "20 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. Relax. "20 seconds. We're going to go again. Last set. Ready. And begin. Let's go. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. And stop. Good job. All right, last exercise of the day. We're going to go pike push-ups. So these are push-ups where our butt is sticking up in the air and our bodies are pointing down. Okay, so that means that get up, push down, and up, down, and up. Let's begin. So this is like a shoulder press, right? This is like a shoulder press. Really stick your butt down, your head down. And stop. Whew. Relax. Relax. Good job. Good job. 20 seconds. We're going to go again. Good job today, guys. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, ready. And begin. Let's go. "20 seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. We got one more set. We got one more set of the day. Then we're done. Good job. Now I'm getting a good sweat, but it's all right. It doesn't always have to be a dripping sweat. I thought that this workout got harder as the workout continued. I thought the exercise challenge got more difficult, or light, ramped up. Good job. Last set of the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin. Ten seconds. Almost there. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Oh man, we did it. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo, we did it. I hope you guys had a good workout. I did. You're getting a little hot now. All right. Excellent work. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all at the next workout.